This episode of My Strong Wise Show is proudly sponsored by Lodeta Publishing, a subsidiary of Lodeta Consulting LLC. At Lodeta, we help high-achieving professionals, entrepreneurs, and faith-driven coaches turn their stories, wisdom, and life assignments into best-selling books and six-figure legacy brand. Because your story isn't just a content, it is a currency, it is a calling, and it's a catalyst for transformation. So if you've been sitting on a message that the world needs to hear, don't let fear of confusion stop you. Let's help you bring your book to life. Book your free consultation call now at www.lodetaconsulting.com. Let's help bring your legacy to life.
While I was growing up back home in Nigeria, somewhere in Bariga, Shomolu and stuff like that, in those days we used to go to C&S, Cherubim and Seraphim, church. You know, we always go there with my dad, my mom, and all my siblings. And I found very fascinating, as young as I was, you know, the beating of the drum, the way those women dance. Wow. Then at a point in time while I was growing up, I joined what they call Kerubu. You know, we will wear our uniform, we will run around. And that's, you know, just started forming in my mind what one can do with the music, the way they dance. At that very young age, I was fascinated. I was in the primary school. So that created something inside of me. Then I found out that I could write. I found out that I can put some things down and people can act. That was in the primary in the secondary school of those days. So when I left, I went to the university. I went to the University of Benin. Most times I always go to the Ekenwa campus where we have the theater art students. I'll just sit down and watch them and stuff like that. So when I left the university, I had a friend, Paul, and I said, look, let's start something. There were so many young people around in the area, Bariga, Shomolu, Akokwa. And I said, let's bring all these people together. Let's start something. And we just started like that. We started acting, we started singing. Wow. You know, we're introducing a whole lot of things into, if you sing Laye Olugbo now, I can tell somebody to rap. And these guys were so talented, you know. So that created that, started that journey. And to God be all the glory. We brought those guys to America twice. It was called Black Image Theater Company.
Welcome to My Strong Wise Show. Today, I have the pleasure of hosting on My Strong Wise Show, Mr. Olaniyi Tabi. Mr. Olaniyi Tabi is a household name in the diaspora, Niger Times, USA. If you have ever cut across or if you've come across that newspaper, it's one of the news and event platforms that is showcasing and connecting Nigerians at home and abroad. He is a legal luminary. He was called to the bar in 2013. He is a builder. He is also the CEO and administrator of Raindrop Group LLC. And that's a healthcare space where he's helping to infuse the intersection of media, community, and business. And without much ado, I don't know if you have ever thought of how a media personality who has ventured into publishing and also is now using his platform to impact and teach and give more light to how we can build sustainable business. And I have the pleasure of having him on today's show. Hi, Mr. Tabi.
How you doing, ma'am? Thank you for the introduction.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so very much.
Most welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you're a very busy person, and I know there's a lot of time we'll be having this back and forth.
I know.
And by the way, today happened to be finally the day that we are able to do this.
Oh, glory to God.
Let me, by the way, congratulate you on your special birthday celebration that just happened lately.
Thank you so much.
And I want to wish you many more happy returns.
Thank you so much.
And more years of impact.
I appreciate
all that you do in our community.
I celebrate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's talk about Mr. Tabi. On this show, as you know, we want to spotlight Africans in diaspora that are making us proud. And at the same time, we want to know the why behind what they do. And somebody like you, talking about how you have been able to turn lawyer to a media publisher, and you're not using your event and all your platforms to elevate the diaspora voices. Tell us a little bit about your background and how did you find yourself in this space where you are now?
First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to you. My name is Olaniyi Tabi, and my background essentially is the law. You know, um, I love the media too. I am not a professional media person. I did not go to school to study media, but I know that information is a very important aspect of our human life. And because of that, I feel very strongly that we should be able to disseminate information to all and sundry. And that grew up, that passion grew when I was in the primary school, the secondary school. I was involved with literature, I was involved with the debating society. And I felt that there's a need for us to take it further than that. But my background essentially is in the law. I studied law at the University of Benin, graduated in the year 1993, and I was called to bar in 2013. I was supposed to be called to bar in 1994, but issues of life. But I was called to bar in 2013, and here I am today, trying as much as possible to push out the publishing aspect and the business aspect of what we do in Raindrop.
Wow, thank you very much for
You're
that
welcome,
intro.
man.
And I'm just so fascinated about how your choice of going that route. Were there any, if you want to take us back, then, if there's any motivation then when you decided to go for law, or there's something particular to you?
I did not get into the university early. Okay. I want to say I was not brilliant enough. I was actually a prefect in the primary school, a prefect in the secondary school. So, which means my brilliance is not in. I wasn't in doubt at that point in time. Yeah. But I didn't get into the university early. It was so bad that people just go to school and come back and give us story. Yeah. And I said, look, I don't want to go to any university to go and study English, literature, or journalism anymore. Okay. I want to go for the best. I want to go for law, and eventually that pushed me into studying law. And I must say I enjoyed studying law back home in Nigeria. It was fun at the University of Benin. I became the student union leader.
Wow.
SUG president, Presido.
That's
because I was also so much involved with Aluta, and I graduated, did not go to law school until after about 10, 15 years or something. Then I went back to the law school in 2013 and I started sitting. And here we are today. So what pushed me into studying law was that I wasn't going to study any other course because I feel that law is Baba Gbogbo Awon courses. In those days, in the Nigeria of those days, when we are passionate about education, not now when people are just ready to make money, when youngsters are not ready to go back to school and they continue to sing that education is a scam. Not then.
I think I can resonate with that choice.
Thank you very much.
Like, you could imagine if I'd waited and you didn't get what you want, what is the waiting for?
Right.
So you rather wait to get the best. And I'm so happy that that it's very instructive that in life certain things might come across our path.
Yes, ma'am.
That stand like a stumbling block.
Yes, ma'am.
And when those things comes, our ability to be able to profile and reframe what that stumbling block is, to seeing how we can navigate and get to our destination, is one of the best things that can happen to anyone. And I'm so happy that you did not allow that setback to stop you from getting to the bar.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to talk about the aspect of you getting into media. You've talked about the law. I know there is a fusion. There's always an intersection between studying law and then when you see the media, there is. Can you give us a little insight to how your love for the media, because I know you have NAPAD and also you have Niger Times, So how did that come in?
Okay, all right. So, like I said, I was so much involved in the literary and debating society back home, back in school, especially from the primary school, Seventh-day Adventist school, to Adeola Ajibola High School in somewhere in the suburbs of Lagos. That's somewhere in K2, my 12 axis. So I was so much involved in all of that, and I felt that, look, we must take this to the next level. So I was in Baptist High School in Wo, and we formed the press club. I was the president of the press club. It is on it is on record that Professor Wale Adebanwi, who happens to be a lecturer somewhere in Pennsylvania right now, was equally our editor in chief.
Okay.
And we started just like that. Even there's a guy now who used to, he was in Punch before. His name is Samuel Okonlawo. He was involved with us in those days.
Okay.
And that's, created a curiosity inside of me. I want to say it here that I did not study media, I did not study publishing, I did not study journalism, but I have been so close to a whole lot of them over the years that I felt that there's the need for me to take this to the next level. Then the church played a vital role, because I remember in the Redeemed Christian Church of God back home in Nigeria, somewhere in Ikorodu, they wanted to do a magazine, the Men's Fellowship. And I volunteered myself. I said, look, let me edit this. Let me collate all the articles together. Let me edit this for you guys. And boom, it started. I got to Miami, there was Honest of Righteousness, all women fellowship. And I suggested it to them. They said, okay, do it. And I did. And that was how I started thinking about, look, we must start something in the media. We must have a business in the media. And today we want to thank God that we have Niger Times USA. It is all over the country. That's in the US and even in Nigeria. We publish in Nigeria, and we send it down here. We distribute all over, and we have our distribution points back home in Nigeria too. We have a veteran, a certain Reverend Femi Adekoja, who happens to be our editor.
Oh, wow.
So that's the copy of the newspaper. We have had several editions, and we're still on it right now.
Oh, wow. This is lovely. So if I'm going to ask you, the next question will be, you've had so many fascinating moments in the world of, during your back home when you were really into, I think you were going to mention to us how you find yourself into the acting world. And
oh my God,
also, when you said media is not your lane, you just found yourself because you decided to volunteer.
That's another very unique story, honestly.
I want you to tell me.
I never studied theater arts. I was never in school for theater arts.
Are you telling me?
Yes. I was never in school for theater arts. I did not study anything, but I am a very creative person.
Wait a minute. When you said creativity,
yes,
can you tell us from your upbringing or your background or certain things in life happenings that kind of shifted your focus to that?
While I was growing up back home in Nigeria, somewhere in Bariga, Shomolu, and stuff like that. In those days, we used to go to the C&S, Cherubim and Seraphim church. We always go there with my dad, my mom, and all my siblings. And I found very fascinating, as young as I was, the beating of the drum, the way those women dance. Then at a point in time while I was growing up, I joined what they call Kerubu. We will wear our uniform, we will run around. And that's, just started forming in my mind what one can do with the music, the way they dance. At that very young age, I was fascinated. I was in the primary school. So that created something inside of me. And I always want to stay around people that are always either acting and the rest of it. So I went to, in the Literary and Debating Society, we're always acting drama here and there and stuff like that. Then I found out that I could write. I found out that I can put some things down and people can act. That was in the primary, in the secondary school of those days. So when I left, I went to the university. I went to the University of Benin. Most times I always go to the Ekenwa campus where we have the theater art students. I'll just sit down and watch them and stuff like that. So when I left the university, I had a friend, Paul, and I said, look, let's start something. There were so many young people around in the area, Bariga, Shomolu, Akokra. And I said, let's bring all these people together. Let's start something. And we just started like that. We started acting. We started singing. We're introducing a whole lot of things into, if you sing Laye Olugbo now, I can tell somebody to rap. And these guys were so talented, So that created that started that journey. And to God be all the glory. We brought those guys to America twice. It was called Black Image Theater Company, Black Image Theater Company in Bariga. We traveled twice to America with these guys, and we gave a whole lot of these young people a direction. Those who did not want to go to school before, they had to go to school. Those who don't want to do anything, they had to do something. So it was a movement at that point in time. So that created the drama thing or the theater thing inside of us. And today in America, we are starting a huge drama group here. And by the grace of God, on 3rd of October.
Tell us more.
On the 3rd of October, we are doing something as part of our Nigeria Independence Ball Awards and dinner. We have a play coming up called Ewatomi. Ewatomi is the saga of a cursed maiden, and we have all the Nollywood greats. They are going to be on the stage, and those people who have not acted before, you'll be shocked when you see them on stage come 3rd of October. I believe something. Ziola, I believe something. I believe that there's nothing, absolutely nothing that is not possible. People will come to you that, oh, you want to start a newspaper. Nobody reads newspaper again. I've got the digital aspect of this paper. We are online, 24/7, and we do this once in 2 months. So once you put your mind to it, there's always something that is possible. There's a possibility.
And I love what you just said. So I want to say, as a matter of just compliment, that I love this energy that you so have brought into the space here.
Thank you so
much.
much.
And if I'm going to be honest,
yes, ma'am,
I want to say truly, and to everyone at home that are parents, we need to be able to see how we can see the intersection between what you just love and how your environment play a pivotal role in how eventually you get toward in life. Because from what you've just shared, from just simple desire and fun around people that plays the drum, just your parent taking you to church.
Yes, ma'am.
That was how that desire started to form.
Yes, ma'am.
And years after, you were able to create a group, and they came to the United States to perform.
Twice.
That is great. That is huge.
Twice.
And that is very, very
And the good thing is that most of them are on their own right now. There's a very good, a great guy. His name is Shegun Adefila. He runs the Crown Troop back home in Nigeria. Today in Nigeria, Crown Troop, if you are going to count the names of or the number of troops back home in Nigeria, the first 3 or the first 4, you will see Crown Troop there. You know, the guy is doing so well. He's traveled all over Europe, individually and collectively. He has taken it over from us. And we are grateful for that, because many of them are even in the US right now. We have one in Atlanta. We have one in California. We have one in Sacramento in California. We have some of them in Dakota. These are men or guys. They are men now that we trained when they were boys. And today they found their footing and they are doing so well for themselves.
Wow, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for that story that you just shared. I want to take it back to your pioneering spirit, because I want to believe that this is just not happening by chance. Just from what you've mentioned now, I know you have a business platform that is called Nigeria Business.
The Baltimore
Business Club. I want you to kind of tell us the reason behind your decision to want to form such a platform.
I at a point in time, I was living in when I came to the US. The very first place I stayed was that's in Florida, and I saw the lukewarmness of our people. You know, I saw the fact that Nigerians are just interested in going to do their jobs and go back home and sleep. And I'm a restless soul, you know. And I was thinking that why is it not possible for us to bring all these people together and let's do something together? If you look at the Jewish nation, the Jewish people, what they have done for themselves is to gather themselves together and begin to create generational wealth. And I see that lacking in our people. So, but because I wanted to come to Maryland, my restless soul was not could not do anything at that point in time. So I got into Maryland in 2018. I got into Baltimore, and I said, okay, this is home. We need to move our people to the next level. We need to begin to do things together. Baltimore Business Club, I went around, I saw a lot of things going on, and I see that a lot of people stop at the level of, let's have a WhatsApp group. Let's start pushing things there. No. And that explains why we introduce every month, somebody must come talk to us, somebody must come, make sure that lecture and take us to the next level. Now the next level for BBC is huge. Because we are registering it as non-profit. We're going ahead with our what's it called, with our website. We are bringing all the businesses together for those businesses that are interested in being part of it. It is like for the SMEs, the small medium enterprises. So if you have a business, you can come over and we push your business out there. And the good thing that our people are not taking advantage of is the fact that we have the SBA loans are they're just too much, and the county needs a chamber of commerce that will be able to be the face for most of Africans here, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to. We're taking it away from the usual WhatsApp thing. We're taking it to the next level. Yes, and so far so good. Thank God we are getting there gradually.
Yeah, I want to say I'm also part of that group, and I can tell you, if you are in business, you have your 9 to 5, or you are even desirous of pivoting, and you don't know how to go about it, I think that platform is where you want to belong to, the Baltimore Business Club, and it's a platform where you get to learn from others, different business ideas that people are already doing, and you can also leverage on the monthly seminar that they bring people of resource to come and take us on different aspects of business, so you are able to run effectively your business. And I can tell you, I've enjoyed so many, particularly a session that had to teach us on how you can properly register your business such that you don't have issues with the IRS and what have you. So if you are watching, I'm going to drop the link to how you can become a member.
Thank you.
In the description of this video at the end. So let's talk about what is happening in October. I know October 1 in Nigeria is an independence, and I know as a diaspora Africans, I want to believe that we also want to extend that celebration. But to Mr. Tabi, I know there's something in particular that day represents for you. Can you let us know?
Look, I'm a consummate Nigerian. I love Nigeria.
I'm proud of one.
I'm a proud Nigerian to the core. I cannot trade Nigeria for anything. I am passionate about my country. I love Nigeria. You see the glow that comes on me when I discuss my country. We started the concept in 2021. Wow. I came into this town, or into Baltimore, Maryland, in 2018. I saw nothing happened in 2018 for the celebration of our country. There was nothing in 2019. So 2020, I started planning. I started planning. I said, look, we need to celebrate our country. We need to begin to have that paradigm shift. We need to begin to redirect our people, change the mindset of our people, let them begin to see that there's something beautiful about our country. So we started the concept. The planning started in 2020. The first event happened in 2021. And we called it Nigeria Independence Ball, Awards and Dinner. Now, the essence of what we're trying to do is to look out for Nigerians in the diaspora, Nigerians in America, in Canada, in UK, and Nigerians in Nigeria who are exceptional. And I am not as the curator or as the brain behind that event. I'm not in a hurry to look for the Davidos of this world. I'm not in a hurry to look for the Burna Boys of this world. I'm not in a hurry to look for one super minister somewhere. What I am going to, what we want to do is to look at the doctors, the lawyers, the business people, the teachers, who are so impacting in their community. Let's bring them out and let's celebrate them. Because if you don't celebrate these people, there's no way you can celebrate them anymore. So those are the kinds of people we look out for and say, look, you're doing this in your society, in your community, and you are so much, you have a distinction. You are a Nigerian that is representing Nigeria so well. So that explains the concept behind Nigeria Ball, Nigeria Independence Ball Awards and Dinner. And this year we're going to be 5.
Oh, it's the 5th
so
edition.
It's the 5th edition, right from 2021. And the good thing is that the mayor's office in Baltimore, they recognize who we are right now. Last year, they gave us certificate of recognition to all our honorees. And this year, in fact, there's somewhere in this office, we have the list already. We have the certificate of recognition for the this edition coming up in so which means that they are noticing. We are becoming a force as a country. So we have 3 days. We're going to be having a 3-day event this year, starting from 3rd of October on a Friday. There's a stage, yes, October 3rd. There's a production. It's called a stage production, a stage play. It's called Ewatomi, the saga of a cursed maiden. A lot of story behind that. Then on Saturday, October the 4th, we're having the Maryland DMV trade fair, and on the 5th is the gala night. We have a whole lot of people coming from even outside of the country, outside of the state. And the good thing this year, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're bringing a woman who happened to be a Motown great. Gloria Jones is coming to town. He wants to support what we're doing. She's a philanthropist, fantastic singer, fantastic music writer, a Motown great. She's coming to town. We're having people coming from the UK. We're having people coming from Nigeria. So it's going to be a huge one, a huge celebration of our country this year.
Wow. So who are the people that will be coming, that will be featuring in the Friday stage play?
We have Doris Simeon, who resides here in Maryland. Doris Simeon. We have Toyin Adewale, the mother of Mayoko. She is going to be acting on stage too. We have Gloria Mba, some of these Nollywood greats. And the good thing, and that's what I do, we have people, we have people that have not even acted before, not even upcoming artists. People that have not acted before, but they just are like interested. And I said, why not? Let's push them out. And so rehearsals have started. We rehearse online, we rehearse on Zoom, we rehearse in person, and we're just ready to go. Our director is Valentine, fantastic thespian too. He's going to be directing. And the good thing is that I am acting.
Wow. Can't wait to see you on the stage. It's going to be very amazing.
I'll be acting on stage, and I'm acting one of...
Tell me again.
I'll be acting on stage. Because it's a passion. It's a passion. It's a passion, And I can even describe for you one of the roles I want to play now.
Oh my God.
Are you ready for it?
Let's see.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready to pay for it? Okay. Otun!
Wow.
Otun Oye! Kabiyesi, who does not know that I am only the person in this town that has a right to all the maidens? Osi cannot counter anything I say, Kabiyesi.
Brami, what about Osi? Osi, I said, dear, no.
Let me tell you something. Oh no, look, I will make sure that you don't see the light of day if you drag Ewatomi with me.
Oluwamiro. Oh, let's cut. Wow, I just can't believe this is you. The way you just, you just transit from those two roles.
Oh my God,
amazing.
God is good.
Very amazing. Can't wait. Wow. Good. So viewers, you've got it from the horse's mouth. The date is on the 3rd to the 5th, and the event is being hosted by yours and only Mr. Tabi Olaniyi. And I will want to employ every one of you to get the date ready and keep the date and plan to be part of that date. Now, before we go on, as we wrap up this, because the fact is there's no how we can exhaust everything we would love to do on this same episode. Very soon, I know we'll be back. And I want you to just talk about something that people don't know about you that you would like to share with us. Just one thing.
I'm a Christian. Not just a Christian, I have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
I love God so much. Yeah. I love God so much. And right now, I'm in the process of, because back home where we come from, and even when we got here, um, they've sold gospel to us not in the right manner. They made God so far away from us. They made God to be like, if you don't go for 80 days of fasting and prayers, you cannot get anything from this loving Father. And they've made it so like, if you don't, they make the gospel so transactional that if you don't give God something, if you don't give your Father something, He will not give you something back in return. So right now, I'm in the process of getting to know more the revelational knowledge of the gospel and of Jesus. When we go to church, when we go to service, before God, we're just going there to worship God alone, and not because of the pecuniary benefits. It is because of who He is, so that the revelational knowledge of God we will understand properly. We're not going to church because of money. We're not going to church because of, seven ways of how to make money that a pastor will start preaching. No, that if you want to make money, go out there. Because you see, most people that do not know God, and I can mention them, they are the ones ruling the world. They are the billionaires. They are the multi-billionaires we have out there. And they've never even stepped their feet into any church. So for those of us who go to church, I think the thing that is important is to know God and know Him for who He is. Not because of the pecuniary benefits, not because I want blessings for money. Because when you go out there, because He has made what's it called? He has made a level playing ground. Thank you, Mama. A level playing ground for everybody to make money. So if you are a believer, go to school. If you are a believer, go to school. Go and learn AI. Go and learn everything. And don't stay in church and praying for blessings and praying for money all of the time. That I am in the process of understanding that more and more. Then apart from that, people don't know I'm a pastor.
Wow.
Yes. Nobody would ever believe
Pastor Thompson.
I pastor Faith Triumph Ministries International, Egerstown. It's a new branch of the Faith Triumph Ministries International run by Bishop Felix Owolabi. So I do that on the side. And most people don't even know that I'm a huge philanthropist. I do it quietly because I don't want too much announcement. People on the social media platform, they can attest to that. Apart from that, I don't keep friends. I don't keep friends.
You don't keep friends?
I don't.
Any reason?
I don't.
You have friends, associate, contemporaries?
No, just associates, contemporaries, business, whatever. But I do like a bestie or a curriculum, that kind of thing. I don't do it because my fingers have been burnt severally, and I have built a shock absorber right now that no matter what you do, no matter who you are, I cannot be moved anymore. That I have built. It's an inbuilt thing that I've done over the years. So no bestie, no.
Wow.
Let's go together. Let's go and drink. Let's go and do whatever. No. I just alone man. Alone man. Wow. So those are some of the qualities people don't know.
Wow. But that's I find some of what you've shared so instructive, and so also with some wisdom laced around across them. Because when you mention about the agenda of when we are Christian, when we understand the kingdom, everything that the kingdom represents,
yes, sir,
then we know that the days of transactional Christianity are over. And this is the day, we are living in time when God respects relationship. And that is why when we begin to see the surprises of the time, that people you don't get to know about, not the regular that you get to know and hear about, and you see them doing exploit, thanks to how the social media has now become the spokesman or the platform where everyone that is genuinely doing something important can
place anymore
can be showcased. That just with you, with that small round and that small phone in your hand, your world can hear about what you represent. So I want to encourage, just like he has rightly said, many of us as sons and daughters of the kingdom that we are truly representing well. These are not the days you want to hide in the corner of your room. The world needs to hear and know more about who you are and what you represent. And the more you are doing this, the more honor you are doing to the kingdom,
True.
the more honor you are doing to the name of God, and the better our world is being shifted to what it ought to be before
True.
Christ comes back.
True.
And so we've got to know that we have at the back end of your name, Pastor Olaniyi. So thank you, Pastor Olaniyi, for sharing with us. And
Thank
lastly,
you so
with
much.
what you shared about not having friendship, I think I want to just say something in just a line, because when we look at the world as it's being made, there is no self-made man.
True.
There is no how. We always need. Sometimes in life, God has, just by his own divine act of being a God, have done it in such a way that there will always be something you're going to need something for. That you will not be able to sufficiently. So look at me dressed up today, and let's say, so everything you have on, somebody made the cap, somebody designed the suits, and somebody designed your beautiful wristwatch, as that is instructive. I think where I also want to agree with you is the fact that when we grow in life, we must grow in trust. And anybody that have not proven to earn our trust, we don't give our. So it's just like you opening the door. There's a living room, there's a kitchen, there's a bedroom. So how relationship evolve is those people that you have seen that have earned your trust, apart from just coming to the living room and sitting down, those are the people that can have the invitation to the bedroom, to the other rooms. Because if we don't learn that part, just like rightly you said, we can confuse people's generosity to mean they actually, or we can even think somebody, because it's just jovial, to think they meant well. And so that is where I can also resonate with the fact that we have to let people prove who and where they deserve to be put in our space.
Before you go, Mr. Adeola, there's something I'd like to say, and that's very important. On your way to success, in the journey of destiny, success, right? Most times, everyone is a suspect. Every human being around you. Do you even know that your wife or your husband can be a suspect? So 4 years, I've determined in my mind that the only person I can be close to is my wife. That's the only best friend that I think I need to enjoy, that needs to enjoy that space with me. Others can be business associates, others can be contemporaries, that we can do business together. We can, okay, let's do this, let's do that. But for my space, that much I've learned over the years. Honestly, if you ask me, that much I've learned over the years. If you ask me, you know.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. And I remember a quote that just come across, just like you are talking now, that if you don't choose, you will lose. So you've got to choose your friend wisely.
Carefully.
If you don't choose wisely, you might end up calling a friend a frenemy, like some people like to say.
Frenemy.
Now, as we wrap up, I want to ask you, what are have you ever thought about writing a book?
Well, Lodeta is doing that for me right now.
Because I want to say that from everything you've said today, somebody like you are an industry that needs to be studied.
Lodeta is doing that. I met LEDOTA. I don't know whether that's the right pronunciation. It's a publishing house, and they are huge in terms of the kind of resources they have. So I just want to say this. I have not planned it before, but when I've seen a couple of stuff they've done in the past, and I felt I need to approach the owner of the publishing house, and they take you from the minimal to the biggest level in terms of writing your own book. And apart from that, they help you with marketing, they help you with your launch, they help you with taking it around the world. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Lodeta Publishing. And incidentally, the owner of or the CEO of Lodeta Publishing is seated right here. They are doing a whole lot. The entire team, they've been on our neck for a couple of days now. It's either the PA calling, it's either the secretary calling. They just want us to do our thing. And so far, so good. We are going on. But I have a break right now because of the event coming up. After which, immediately Lodeta will do their thing. They are tested and trusted. Trust me.
Yeah, thank you very much for that compliment. So, as you've heard, if you have ever had a mind or you've thought of writing a book and you
Lodeta.
don't know how to start, or you got started and you were
Lodeta.
overwhelmed and you don't even think it's possible,
Lodeta.
or you've been telling yourself your story does not count, no one is ever going to be listening,
Lodeta.
I want to tell you today that your story matters and your dreams are valid. So you don't allow your past to be wasted, because in God's ordinance, your story is meant to be
Come on.
a tool
Come on.
with which you can use to navigate
Come on.
your presence,
Yes, sir.
to take you to that future
Yes,
you've
sir.
dreamt of.
Yes, sir.
So everything that have happened in the past, it is just part of the template. That is, when you use it well,
Come on,
it can be reprogrammed and be used to shape the bright future
Lodeta.
you have been waiting for. And I want to encourage you to go ahead and look at the link below this video to get yourself a clarity session where, just like we are doing for Pastor Tabi, and from moments from now, maybe in months, we are going to be sitting again with him to launch his book. And I can't wait for that.
Courtesy of Lodeta.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
and thank
much.
you for what you do. Honestly, thank you so much what you are trying to do in the community. You know, if we bring all our resources together, if we bring all the brains that God has endowed us with, if we bring everything together, I mean, you are doing something very unique. Honestly, trust me, it's very, because most of us shy away from writing, and now we have a company that can write for us, that can publish, that can market, that can be part of the launch. Then, which means Nigerians, what are we waiting for? Africans, what are you waiting for? The Lodeta is waiting for you. Honestly, and thank you so very much for what you do.
Awesome.
For the community. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, and thank you so much for coming. Also,
Thank you.
One of the things I'm going to be dropping, I'm going to be wrapping up as we wrap up this episode, and I want to say that Africans, we are the best. The statistics out there cannot be disputed, and so if you know a professional, you know an expert, you know somebody that is doing us well, that is doing us, and in fact you are also part of the story. So I want you to please reach out. We would love to have you, interview you, and also feature your story, because I believe every one of us has got a story to tell. And that is where we'll be wrapping up today's special session with my special guest and brother, Pastor Olaniyi.
Why are you suddenly calling me pastor?
Because many of our guests doesn't know about that. And I by the way, as we exit the show, I know you are from what part of the country, and can you tell us, or can you speak? Do you want to speak to us, or do you have a line to tell us about how we say bye-bye?
Okay.
Or whichever one you can say.
Let me just say my oriki small.
Oh, okay.
Tabile ko dowo sokoto gboro odola. Èmi lọmọ tabi agoro. Agoro.
Oh my God. Let's stop there. Let's stop there, because I don't know, maybe I'm going to call home to go and ask my mom to come and tell me how I'm going to sign up with my own Oriki. Well, friends and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's show.
Thank you so
for
much.
the past few minutes, I've been on live and direct with one and only Mr. Olaniyi Tabi.
Thank you.
And the CEO of Raindrops Health, and also the chief editor and the chief head of Niger Times, chief CEO and publisher of Niger Times USA. And please, this has an online and has a digital one. So please get to look out for the name and follow him on the socials too, as Olaniyi Tabi. And I'll be dropping the link to how you can also participate in the oncoming Niger Fest that is coming October 3rd to 5th, and more details to come. Thank you for watching. Until we see you on next episode on My Strong Why. Keep fit and keep your dream alive.
Thank you.
Bye for now.